Good morning. And it is a beautiful morning. It's like in the 60s. I've actually got a sweater on in August, which is like my favorite thing in the universe. But I just wanted to share with you this morning a quick testimony, or hopefully a quick testimony, about just how good and how faithful God is. A few years ago, we were living in this real cute, tiny little farmhouse that we were renting for about $1,000 a month. And when we moved in, honestly, it was terrible. But with God and a lot of love, we transformed it into a place that blessed, for a place where we were able to heal and really be restored and renewed and refreshed and learn so many amazing, important lessons. And a place where our marriage was refreshed and our family was refreshed and our dreams that we had laid down were reignited. And so it really was a place of blessing. And so we embraced the tininess of it. But I remember just a few years ago, I was sitting there in my teeny tiny little bedroom that was actually more of a hallway than a bedroom. It had 5 doors to different places and a wide opening right to the living room. But, in that place, we learned to be really grateful for what we had and make the most of what was in our hands at the time. But I remember praying, and as I prayed the prayer and then began declaring over it, it really seemed impossible to me at that point that that we could be in the place that we are today. And we by no means made it. This isn't our big dream come true, but this is a huge step along the way. But a few years ago, I was like, God, I just want to own our own home. We'd never been homeowners before. We'd always rented because we never really knew where we wanted to go. We were never in a position financially to have a down payment or a desire to really go deeply into debt. And so we just hadn't. But at that point, and I just really could see no possible way that it could ever happen with where we were at that point. We were just being really faithful in that place as much as possible. But, it truly seemed impossible. But, this year, the last couple, but God has just moved so much and changed everything in our lives the last 3 years as we've stayed faithful to His Word, dug into His Word, stood on His Word, committed to developing faith and persevering no matter what, and, standing under pressure and just going through it and doing the things that we know we needed to do without giving up this time, without falling short, and just continuing to press in no matter what things look like. And through that time, we walked through a lot of difficulties for sure. And we were really able to bless my brother. We took him in last year when he was sick, and and we received a blessing through him in return. And part of that blessing has enabled us to purchase this home. And as you can see all around me, look at all these trees and all this land and all this yard. One of the things that was on my list of a house or just getting out of where we were was, Lord, I want a place that's beautiful and natural, but in a neighborhood for my kids, a place where they can ride bikes. But God, I miss trees. And living in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, it really is a beautiful, beautiful place. Like, it is beautiful. But it is not with a lot of trees. It's farmland. And I'm a nature girl. I'm a girl that loves to be outside and in the woods and in the mountains. And that is so near and dear to my heart. And so He moved us out of Lancaster into a home here. And we have, it's not huge, but it's like an acre and a half of, beautiful yard, and it's attached to a cornfield and a park, and so it's just nice and quiet. It's all ours. It's so exciting. So anyway, I just wanted to share with you, not to brag on us, because this is nothing that we've done truly. What our part has been digging into the Word, believing God and His promises, and believing Him for His faithfulness, and just being thankful for what we had and where we are all along the way, and just continuing to be seeking Him no matter what distractions come along, no matter what pressures, to just always knowing and trying to keep out in front of us that God is the answer for every single thing. He's the only answer, and He's the only one with all the answers, and it's just so much easier to do it His way. I think if we did anything at all, I think we finally learned how to I hope we've learned this, because I don't ever want to relearn this one, but learning how to submit to the process of changing, the process of obedience, the process of, looking at things that are really difficult, and instead of like shrinking back, just learning how to recognize them for the test that they are and embracing that test so that our capacity can increase and we don't get stuck, so we can move on. Spent so much of my life stuck because I was hiding from tests, and I'm just done being stuck. So one of my prayers every day is, God, please let me recognize the tests that come so that I can move through them instead of get stuck in them and take them over and over and over forever. So anyway, I just wanted to share this with you guys because God is really good. And I know there are plenty of you out there too that have dreams that you've been believing for, dreams that have maybe waned and, fallen into disbelief. But I promise you, if you stay true to God, true to His Word, and just really developing a grateful heart for where you are and all you have, and being faithful to use what is in your hands now, not someday, but now, I really believe that, He's going to bring your dreams and answer your prayers as well, because that is who He is. He is faithful, and He's loving kindness, and He's provision, and He's wisdom, and we just can't do life without Him. Life is just so much better with Him, and trying to do it our way, it just doesn't work. So anyway, I just wanted to share this blessing with you guys. Love you so much. Thanks always for all your support. And if this video's helped you in any way, definitely pass it on, and pass on the word. God's on the move, and He does good things, and He's a good God. So love you guys.